Hey guys, it's Fee again. I am post-workout. You can see I'm pretty sweaty, and I get this question asked often. What if I'm not flexible enough to do the stretches I need to do? One of my favorite things in the world to use is a chair or something that gets you up higher off the ground. I'm a firm believer if we can get you up higher off the ground, then stretching is going to be more comfortable and easier for you. So for that reason, I have a chair today, and I'll be doing a few stretches to help you with some of those moves that you feel that you might not be flexible for. Okay, so here's my chair. And I'm just going to start off with an easiest stretch. So post-workout, hamstrings are key to stretch. I'm going to grab on with my right hand, and I'm going to kick my left leg up. Okay, I know what you're thinking. What if I can't even get my leg up there? Okay, usually a chair has a couple of different parts that you can use, so you might have to use that, or you might have to use a step stool or something like that. Now the key here with a hamstring stretch is to move the hips back. Keep a soft bend in the standing leg, move the hips back. Now what happens most of the time is this. So I've lost most of the stretch in my hamstring. So if I can keep my chest lifted, sit my hips back, and now I can really feel that stretch in the hamstring. We're just going to hold this for 10-15 seconds. Breathe. Now, those of you that ride bikes, and do weightlifting, this is the part that you skip. Try not to skip it. It's super important for recovery. Deep breath. Now, the more that you do this, the easier this should feel. But don't just do it once and think, man, this is too hard. Just keep working with it, and I promise it'll get easier. Okay, so I'm going to take this same leg just because we're working with this leg, and I'm going to kind of kneel. So if you have knee problems, or I'm actually going to step out of the frame for a second. I'm going to grab my cushion. Oops. So if you need extra cushion, then you can grab that cushion. All right, for the knees. And then I'm just going to use the chair as a kind of a balance to stretch here. So I'm just taking a nice wide lunge, and I'm just stretching. Now this chair's keeping me up. Otherwise, if I were doing this for you, I would have to use a lot of my energy in my own muscles. So I like to make these stretches a little bit more passive so I can get really good into the stretch. So if you're flexible already, you probably don't need the chair, and this is probably not helpful, but there are days when, some days, it's just not there, okay? Flexibility is one of those things that's day to day. If it's not there, it's not there. Just do the best you can. Okay, so I'm gonna take my hands, and I'm gonna pop up here, and I'm gonna do a little bit of a modified pyramid pose. My left leg forward, my right leg back, so that I'm walking, my feet are kind of on train tracks, okay? The further back that I step this back leg, the more intense the stretch is gonna be. So let's start in, and then elbows down. There's nothing wrong with bending the front leg if you need to, okay? Now if you are a yogi, then you might be able to come a little bit deeper. If you're not, and this is for those of you that are not, that's the point of this, then we stay here. Because if you know how to stretch, then you already know how to stretch. This isn't very helpful to you, probably, but good, slowly come up. All right, I'm gonna walk around, do the same thing on the other side so you can see me. If anything, at least stretch the hamstrings. This time my left arm's coming up top, my right leg's kicking up forward, soft bend in the knee, move my hips back. Okay, I'm gonna adjust my shirt a little bit. Sink into the hips, reaching forward, so that it looks almost as if I'm kind of folding myself like a lawn chair. Little Pac-Man move here, you see? This angle is closing, but not with here. Because if I do this, then I can touch my knee to my nose easily, but that doesn't matter. I want to stretch in the back of my leg. If this is too much, bend the knee. Easy enough, right? Whew. All right, breathe. Okay, so like I said, I just got done filming a workout, so I'm pretty sweaty, and stretching is really good just to help me bring my heart rate down, good for recovery, good to help reduce injury. Okay, so we are stepping forward, right, wide. All right, let's see how many times it takes me to say that right. And then bend the elbow, and then come forward. So we're just kind of pushing the knee out. Take that foot out as far as it's comfortable for a nice wide adductor, inner thigh stretch, hip stretch. You can even come onto the chair if you need a little bit more support. I'm all about support when you need support in an exercise. If it's gonna help you do the exercise more efficiently, more effectively, go for it. All right, slowly come up. And then our pyramid pose. Remember your train track, feet. Bend a little bit if you need to, down. Or if you were pretty flexible, then it would look more like this. All right. Not all of us are super, super flexible, so here we go. Another option would be to stack something up higher on the chair so that you have somewhere higher to kind of move from. Deep breath. Okay, so that was easy enough, I hope. Simple, effective. Practice those every day. I promise you'll get better. Thank you for joining me. See you next time. Bye.